10 skills every woman needed to know. Classical education for women. Did you know that the most refined women in history mastered skills way beyond what we usually imagine? And the most surprising part, those lessons from the past are the forgotten secret to a life full of grace, wisdom, and true elegance today. Imagine stepping back in time and walking into salons where women cultivated not only academic knowledge, but the art of living with purpose. Their education was a full treasure, from perfect eloquence to mastering household management, everything designed to shape wise, elegant, and influential women. And here's the reveal. Much of that legacy is still incredibly valuable today. It's not about going back in time, but about reclaiming the best of it to bring more beauty, meaning, and authenticity into your daily life. In this video, you'll discover the 10 skills every woman needed to master and how to apply them in the 21st century to cultivate natural charm, develop emotional and social intelligence like a true lady, turn everyday tasks into little rituals of elegance. But first, a quick heads up. This isn't a rule book, it's a source of inspiration for those wanting to blend the best of tradition with modern freedom. If you're ready for this journey, hit subscribe, like the video, drop a yes in the comments, and let's get started. Number 1. Etiquette, the social dance of elegance. Throughout history, etiquette has been a cornerstone in shaping women, especially among the upper classes. In royal courts and aristocratic circles of centuries past, it served as a refined form of nonverbal communication, a silent code conveying respect, elegance, and social status. Women were carefully taught the subtleties of this behavior, learning to carry themselves with poise in various social settings, from formal dinners to sophisticated balls. Details like the perfect timing for a curtsy, the correct way to use a fan, or the appropriate outfit for each occasion were considered essential knowledge. Victorian-era etiquette was a complex system of codes governing every aspect of social life. From how to hold a fan, which each position had a specific meaning, to the art of receiving guests, these protocols were crucial for navigating high society. But beyond rigid rules, true etiquette was about making others feel valued and comfortable. The famous American hostess Emily Post revolutionized etiquette in the 20th century, turning it from a set of arbitrary rules into a guide for harmonious relationships. Her core principle still holds true today. Consideration for others is the foundation of all good manners. Over time, many of these rules have evolved, but the ability to carry yourself with grace and consideration remains priceless. Modern etiquette goes beyond formalities. It includes essential social skills like empathy, active listening, and respectful communication. Knowing how to position yourself elegantly in professional settings, social gatherings, or even online is a skill that builds trust and strengthens bonds. So, modern etiquette isn't just a list of do's and don'ts. It's a way to show respect and nurture healthy relationships. By learning and practicing these principles, we keep the legacy of past generations alive while adapting to today's challenges and dynamics, standing out through kindness and elegance in everyday life. Here are some timeless principles you can keep today. Elegant body language, stand tall but natural, movements deliberate and graceful, appropriate eye contact, balance between speaking and listening. Don't forget business dinner protocols. Dress appropriately for each occasion. Number 2, the art of reading and writing, and the power of words. Reading and writing have always played a central role in shaping women's intellectual growth throughout history. Although formal education was often limited for women in the past, those who learned to read and write stood out remarkably. Writing, especially, was a crucial tool for recording ideas, preserving traditions, and communicating across generations. Women readers contributed greatly to enriching female culture, opening doors to new ideas, perspectives, and realities previously out of reach. Over time, reading became an indispensable part of women's education, not just for gaining knowledge, but as a source of aesthetic sensitivity, critical thinking, and broadening horizons. In the aristocratic salons of the 18th century, the ability to write elegantly and read discerningly was considered one of the most precious virtues of an educated woman. Madame de Staël, one of the brightest intellectuals of her time, used her writing not only for personal expression, but also as a political tool. Her book, Del Alman, was deemed so dangerous that Napoleon ordered its destruction. Reading was seen as a window to the world. While many women couldn't travel freely, books allowed them to explore distant cultures, revolutionary ideas, and different ways of thinking. Letter writing was a true art form, where handwriting, style, and even paper choice communicated as much as the words themselves. Today, reading remains a powerful tool. It lets you travel through time, dive into diverse cultures, and gain deeper insights into the human condition. Literature reflects the many facets of society, helping women expand their intellectual, emotional, and cultural repertoire, strengthening their presence in the world and their ability to interpret life's complexities. Want ideas on how to cultivate this skill today? Create a reading ritual. Set aside 30 minutes focused daily, preferably in the morning. Start with accessible classics like Pride and Prejudice or modern personal development books. Practice reflective writing. Keep a journal where you not only record events, but analyze your experiences and feelings. Try writing handwritten letters to important people in your life. Diversify your genres. Include philosophy, poetry, and biographies of inspiring women. Join literary circles. Organize or participate in book clubs where you can discuss ideas and different perspectives. Number 3, mastering foreign languages. Learning foreign languages has always been valued a skill among women, especially in royalty and high society, where language skills facilitated alliances, diplomatic communication, and access to diverse cultures. Historically, women like Catherine the Great of Russia, fluent in German, French, and Russian, used their language mastery as a political and cultural tool. In European courts, multilingualism was essential for diplomatic alliances and strategic marriages. Today, in a globalized world, speaking other languages opens professional doors and enriches travel experiences. But it goes beyond that. Each language carries a unique worldview and different ways of thinking and expressing emotions. One highly effective way to learn a new language is through cultural immersion. This includes watching films and series in the original language, listening to music and podcasts in the language you want to learn, and even cooking following recipes written in that language. These practices integrate the language naturally and enjoyably into your daily life. Conversational practice is another essential pillar. Chatting with language partners online, joining meetups focused on the language, or even recording yourself speaking to evaluate your pronunciation are strategies that boost confidence and fluency. Number 4, spirituality and personal growth. Religion has always played an important role in shaping women, especially in contexts where faith guided daily life. From childhood, many were taught within the religious traditions, not only spiritual beliefs, but also moral values that shaped their behavior in family and society. Throughout history, women like Hildegard of Bingen, a medieval mystic, composer, and scholar, showed how spiritual life can be deeply intellectual and creative. Female monasteries often served as centers of learning and artistic production, as well as refuges for women seeking a life devoted to study and contemplation. In the modern era, spirituality takes many forms, from traditional religious practices to more personal approaches like meditation, yoga, or connecting with nature. The key is finding practices that nourish your inner self and offer a sense of purpose and peace. Number 5. Cooking, domestic alchemy, and creative expression. Cooking is one of the oldest and most universal skills, playing a central role in women's education throughout history. In many cultures, learning to cook was part of female education, with recipes and traditions passed down through generations as a way to preserve family and cultural identity. Today, this skill remains valuable, not only for its practical side, but also for its emotional, creative, and social significance. Cooking is a way to express care, promote health, and create special memories around the table with loved ones. More than a daily chore, the art of cooking represents autonomy, connection to roots, and a unique way to care for yourself and others. It's a practice that blends tradition with affection and continues enriching women's lives in many ways. Contemporary cooking maintains this multifaceted character, combining tradition and innovation. Mastering basic culinary techniques is a form of empowerment, while exploring international cuisines broadens our cultural horizons. Number 6. Music and arts, the language of the soul. Music and visual arts have always played an essential role in human culture, and women's participation in these fields has been remarkable throughout history. In earlier times, especially in royal courts and aristocracy, female education often included music, drawing, painting, and even calligraphy. These practices enriched women's personal lives and enabled them to contribute to the cultural and social life of their communities. Art was seen as a reflection of refinement, sensitivity, and education. More than social adornments, music and art were powerful tools for emotional expression, symbolic communication, and preserving cultural values. Women were encouraged, or sometimes limited, to express themselves through these means, yet they left precious records of creativity and worldviews. In the Renaissance, women like Sophonis Vespa and Gisola challenged conventions by becoming recognized painters. Artistic education was considered essential for developing a refined mind, not just entertainment, but a way to cultivate sensitivity and personal expression. Music, in particular, was integral to female education. Playing an instrument developed discipline, patience, and an appreciation for beauty. Singing was especially valued as music was a key part of social and family life. Today, these art forms continue to be rich sources of inspiration, emotional connection, and personal growth. Whether enjoying a melody, visiting a gallery, or creating something with your own hands, many women find in art a pause from modern life's demands. Music, with its universal language, touches deep feelings often hard to put into words. Likewise, visual art communicates ideas, memories, and beauty in unique, intimate ways. Learning to play an instrument, paint, draw, or even practice crafts can be a valuable path to self-discovery and expression. No matter your skill level, the important thing is the experience of connecting with your inner self and finding in artistic creation a form of personal expression, freedom, and elegance. Number 7. Sewing, autonomy, and personal expression. Before mass-produced clothing, the ability to sew was essential for women's self-sufficiency. But it went far beyond utility. It was a form of artistic expression. Complex embroidery and weaving techniques were passed down from mother to daughter, creating true visual languages. In the 20th century, designers like Coco Chanel revolutionized fashion precisely because they mastered sewing techniques, allowing them to challenge conventions. Knowing how to sew means having the power to create and alter your own wardrobe, perfectly fitting your body and personal style. Sewing is an ancient tradition, deeply woven into the history and identity of civilizations. Since ancient times, sewing was more than a simple household chore. It was a vital skill, taught from mother to daughter, that combined technique, creativity, and cultural values. In many societies, women were responsible for making garments that not only met daily needs, but also reflected customs, aesthetics, and traditions. Sewing became a silent yet powerful form of self-expression. Today, sewing still holds a relevant place, now with new possibilities. Beyond being a practical way to adjust or repurpose clothes, sewing lets you create personalized garments and accessories with perfect fit and unique style. It's an activity that blends usefulness and art, allowing women to explore creativity, develop patience, and even find moments of calm in a busy routine. Another increasingly valued aspect is the environmental impact. Sewing your own clothes or refurbishing old pieces helps reduce overconsumption and textile waste, contributing to a more conscious and sustainable lifestyle. Sewing also represents elegance, autonomy, and refinement. Mastering this art, even at a basic level, boosts self-confidence and connects you with ancestral feminine knowledge. For beginners, learning a few simple stitches is enough to start on more complex projects, and over time, transform fabric into memory, affection, and identity. Sewing is more than joining threads. It's cultivating tradition, creating with intention, and keeping alive a heritage that continues to inspire women across generations. Number 8. Political skills and diplomacy. Throughout history, political skills have been a powerful differentiator in shaping influential women, especially among princesses, queens, and nobility. Within royal courts, these women often received refined education in diplomacy, governance strategies, and reading the political landscapes of their time. This training wasn't just symbolic. Many held real power, acting as leaders, regents, or advisors whose decisions shaped the fate of entire nations. Female political intelligence wasn't limited to speeches or ceremonies. It manifested in strategic alliances, discreet negotiations, and firm leadership during crises. Women like Queen Elizabeth I of England and Catherine de' Medici proved that political mastery was also a female art, built on observation, influence, and savvy. Today, even outside palaces, politics remains an essential skill, not just for those seeking public office, but for any woman wanting to understand and actively engage with the world around her. Understanding how power systems work, civil rights, and the impact of political decisions is a tool for autonomy, awareness, and action. There are many ways to develop this insight. Taking citizenship courses, following the news critically, engaging in healthy debates, or joining civic organizations are concrete steps to cultivate this knowledge. Politics at its truest is about choices that affect whole communities, and the more conscious we are, the better prepared we become to contribute. Political skill isn't just about authority, it's about vision, responsibility, and commitment to the common good. By owning this knowledge, the modern woman connects with the legacy of great female leaders of the past, while firmly building a smarter, more fair, and more participative future. Number 9. Gardening and connection with nature. Gardening skills have always been an important part of many women's education throughout history. More than just caring for gardens, they developed deep knowledge about plants, flowers, and the natural cycles of the earth. For these women, the garden wasn't just decoration. It was an intimate place to connect with nature, a refuge where they nurtured life and learned patience and care. In classic gardens like those at Versailles, there was always a section reserved for medicinal and aromatic plants, tended by women of the court. Gardening was simultaneously science, art, and therapy, practical knowledge that also nourished the soul. Today, gardening remains relevant and goes far beyond a hobby. It offers the chance to grow fresh, healthy food, create welcoming outdoor spaces, and contribute to local biodiversity preservation. In an increasingly urban and digital world, contact with the earth has a transformative effect, promoting emotional balance and deep well-being. If you want to start developing your gardening skills, you can begin with small projects at home, like planting kitchen herbs, cheerful flowers, or even vegetables for daily meals. Attending classes, workshops, or community gardening groups is also a great way to gain practical knowledge and share experiences. In modern life, reconnecting with nature's rhythms through gardening is an antidote to the fast pace of city living. Cultivating plants, whether in a large garden or small pots, develops patience, observation, and ecological responsibility. Gardening isn't just about planting and watering. It's an act of care that nourishes body and soul. Working with soil helps reduce stress, improve mood, and creates a real connection with nature's rhythm. For women, this contact becomes a powerful empowerment tool, allowing direct involvement in creating a healthy, sustainable environment. Besides, a home full of plants isn't just more beautiful, it's alive with energy and harmony. Every pot, flower bed, or garden is a testament to the care and dedication of its cultivator, a living expression of love for nature and life itself. Number 10, philosophy and critical thinking. Philosophy and literature have always been open doors to intellectual and personal growth for women. These fields offer much more than knowledge. They invite reflection, sensitivity, and a deeper understanding of the human experience. Historically, philosophy was often denied or limited to women in education. Yet, since ancient times, women like Hypatia of Alexandria challenged the status quo through philosophical thought. Philosophy gives us tools to question assumptions, analyze arguments, and develop a coherent worldview. Literature, on the other hand, is a rich source of experiences, emotions, and perspectives. By diving into different works, styles, and authors, women access worldviews that transcend time, culture, and reality. Every reading expands vocabulary, fosters empathy, and sharpens the ability to express oneself clearly and thoughtfully, which are essential skills for effective communication and confident argumentation. Philosophy invites us to think critically, question what seems obvious, and seek answers to life's big questions. Who are we? What is justice? What is the meaning of existence? This kind of reflection strengthens logical thinking, helps with conscious decision-making, and nurtures a more mindful attitude toward the world. Both literature and philosophy are powerful tools to nourish the mind and spirit. They awaken curiosity, encourage dialogue, and stimulate active engagement with life. By dedicating time to these studies, women not only broaden their cultural repertoire, but also cultivate intellectual autonomy, analytical skills, and ethical sensitivity. In a world where deep thinking has become a true differentiator, investing time in philosophy and literature is an act of personal empowerment. It's through these readings and reflections that one builds a richer, more critical, and more humane worldview, preparing women to actively participate in the conversations that shape their times and communities. Today, we have the opportunity to reclaim this space, using critical thinking to navigate a complex world full of contradictory information. I hope this content has brought you not only knowledge, but also inspiration to incorporate more classical elegance and wisdom into your life. If you enjoyed what you saw here and want to continue this journey of personal transformation, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the upcoming videos. Your like and comments make all the difference. They help bring this content to more women who, just like you, are looking to refine their style, their mind, and their presence in the world. Remember, elegance isn't about perfection. It's about authentic purpose. See you in the next video with many more timeless secrets just for you.